Puzzle fans, I found a little unique little metal puzzle that's come across our little collection that we have here of over 300 puzzles. Sometimes the simplest design, it comes up with the hardest puzzles. You can see this one's called the diamond. It says they're on the back, and symmetrical on the back, symmetrical on the front. You can see it's got a little bit of wear. You can see we've had a few go-arounds with this thing trying to get it apart and get it back together again, but sometimes the simplest design are the ones that come up with the hardest solution. So yeah, if you want to tune out here before I solve it, take it apart. I'm just going to do it in two steps. One's going to be taking it apart, and the other's going to be putting it back together. So if you want to see how it comes apart, stay tuned. And then if you want to tune out when I put it back together, there's that option too. So I'm going to, here in a couple seconds, take it apart, and then we'll show you the two symmetrical pieces, and then we'll give you another chance to tune out before I decide to put it back together. Okay, so sometimes these symmetrical ones are sometimes the simplest solution, but they're the hardest ones to really get your mind across. Like, does it slide back and forth? Which way does it go? You can see it kind of wiggling here. You know, is there a pressure point that you can hit that it's going to go? And very simply, like this one, as soon as you get it unequalized, it comes apart. Just like that. Into two symmetrical pieces. Pretty simple there. So you can see the key to this puzzle right there isn't taking it apart so much. It's trying to get these two pieces back together again. Like and most of the time, you don't even realize that you've taken it apart until it happens. And then you're just like, okay, how did that happen? And this is one of those puzzles where you go, okay, that was really easy. So it should go together fairly easily, right? Like, and you're like trying a couple different things. This is the trick to this puzzle. It's not taking it apart, it's getting it back together again. And sometimes these ones with the symmetrical pieces are the hardest to get your mind wrapped around to put back together again. So we're going to try a couple things here. We're going to do, you can see approximately how it goes back together again, but how do you get it back into that spot again? Like even sliding it through, that doesn't really work. Slide it through the other way, that doesn't work. So you're thinking, okay, it came apart fairly simply. Why am I not able to put it back together again? So again, if you want to tune out here and just wait and try and give it a try yourself, then tune out here because I'm going to solve it and put it back together again just the way it was. And you'll see that even though the solution is quite simple, it's actually quite difficult once you have it to this point to get your mind wrapped around what you need to do to get them back together. So just simply, this one here is just a simple turn to get it back into its spot. And I'm saying that simply, but it's actually taking me a minute to figure out how I did it, because it's been a while since I've done this one. So how did I actually do this? Okay, so we're going to put the two pieces side by side, and we're going to flick it around and in. Aha, this is harder than I thought it was. Harder than I remember it being anyhow. So there you go. I'm stumped on this one too again. It's simple, yet hard design. These ones are harder than they look. See? How exactly? Okay. Try this again. Aha. Nope. How did I do this? See, these ones that are simple yet hard design are actually the hardest ones to get. Oh, there we go. And I got it, just like that. Now, do you see that? We'll take it apart again and do it again slow motion. It takes just the right angle on this turn right here to get it back into place again. And it's back to diamond shape. So that's the diamond puzzle. And the reason why I like that one is because even though it looks super simple, It's actually not. And if you want to subscribe to my channel and go to puzzlemechanic.com, you can see the link here. You can see this puzzle and a whole bunch more that we have to offer. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.